Alexandra Eala must face Iga Swiatek in the second round of the Madrid Open. Last month's Miami Open gave tennis fans one of the best feel-good stories of the year. Alexandra Eala went on an incredible run through the WTA 1000 Masters event, knocking off top players like Iga Swiatek. On Sunday afternoon, Eala was present at the Madrid Open draw. As the bracket was revealed, it quickly became apparent that tournament organizers wanted a rematch at this month's Masters event. If Eala beats Victoria Tomova in the first round, she will face Swiatek in the second round. That potential rematch would be on Friday, April 25. The world number 2 Swiatek has a first-round bye and is coming off of a disappointing loss to Jelena Ostapenko in Stuttgart. Additionally, the top-seeded Eala was upset in the second round of the WTA 125 Oeiras Ladies Open last week. However, Swiatek feels far more pressure than Eala. She has not won a title since last year's French Open and needs to make the most out of clay court season. Swiatek is the defending champion in Madrid, Rome, and Roland Garros. She is defending 4,000 ranking points between those three tournaments. Even if Swiatek defeats Eala, she will likely face Ostapenko again in the fourth round. Madison Keys and Coco Gauff are also on her side of the draw. Stay locked into Sports Illustrated Serve on SI for all the most important news from the tennis court and beyond. Iga Swiatek looks to pick up her first win against Jelena Ostapenko in Stuttgart. Few WTA players are more dominant than Iga Swiatek. The world number 2 has already jumped out to a record of 22-6 this season. Although Swiatek is in the midst of a title drought dating back to last June, clay court season is here and that is where she thrives. However, the Stuttgart Open, called the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix, has a challenging field. Before Swiatek even faces any seeded players, she must conquer a rival that has owned her in head-to-head matches. Swiatek faces Jelena Ostapenko in the quarterfinal on Saturday, April 19. Ostapenko is 5-0 against Swiatek in their meetings on the WTA Tour level. The last time they faced each other in the Doha Open, Swiatek smashed her racket in anger as Ostapenko smirked from the other bench. The significance of the match is not lost on Swiatek. Falling to 0-6 against Ostapenko and suffering an early exit in her first clay court tournament of the year would be disastrous. Swiatek and her coach, Wim Fissette, were in attendance to watch Ostapenko's match against the 7th seed Emma Navarro last night. The two players have never met on clay before, so Swiatek should have the clear advantage. 4 of Swiatek's 5 Grand Slams came on the clay courts at the French Open, with 1 on hard courts at the 2022 US Open. It is still early in the season, and very early in the clay court campaign, but tomorrow's match between Swiatek and Ostapenko carries major implications for the rest of the year.